Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z tied to an alleged rape of a 13-year-old girl that allegedly happened at the MTV Music Awards back in 2000.
Have you ever wondered what happens when two of the biggest names in the music industry end up in a crazy legal battle that feels like it's straight out of a Hollywood movie? Well, hold on tight, because we're about to dive into a story packed with power, accusations, and unexpected twists. And trust me, you're not gonna want to miss a second of this. Jay-Z's coming out on top in court, and this win might even help Diddy out. Jay-Z's going after the lawyer who's representing all of Diddy's accusers, and there is a chance that Jay's name gets fully cleared while Diddy gets off the hook. But how did it get to this point? What's the real deal behind all this? Let's break it all down and get into all the juicy details. It seems like someone behind the scenes is pulling some strings, because one accuser just dropped her lawsuit against Jay-Z and Diddy. And get this, even Kanye West has been backing Diddy recently. Could Kanye have had a hand in this? I mean, I'm just throwing out a theory here, but you never know. Reports say a lawsuit accusing Jay-Z and Diddy of raping a 30-year-old girl back in 2000. A case that even dragged Jennifer Lopez's name into it has been tossed. Tony Busby, the lawyer representing the accuser, confirmed she voluntarily pulled the suit. What's going on here? Was there a private settlement? Did someone convince her to back down? We don't know for sure, but the timing and the way this went down definitely raises some eyebrows. Houston lawyer Tony Busby filed a lawsuit against Diddy and Jay-Z connected to an alleged incident at the 2000 MTV Music Awards. Jay-Z didn't hold back in his response. He said the civil suit was without merit and was never going anywhere. The fictional story they made up was laughable if not for the serious nature of the claims. That's a bold move, and it shows how confident Jay-Z is about his innocence. But why would someone make up a story like this, and why did it all fall apart so fast? Let's take a step back for a second. When this lawsuit first came out, Jay-Z didn't seem to have control of the situation. There were some pretty messy statements from the Rock Nation Instagram account. But with this official statement, it feels like Jay-Z's finally taking charge, probably with some solid legal advice backing him up. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if he got the case dismissed, not just for himself, but for Diddy too. Why throw out Diddy's case as well? Well, if Jay-Z was allegedly involved, it might be safer to just scrap the whole case than to try and separate the two of them. The filing from Tony Busby was dismissed with prejudice, and that's a big deal. That means the lawsuit can't be refiled in its current form, and if it comes back, it would have to be totally rewritten. The dismissal with prejudice has raised a lot of questions. A TikToker even broke down what this could mean in the bigger picture, especially with Jay-Z being one of the most powerful people in the music biz.
Tony Busby voluntarily dismissing Jay-Z and Diddy's lawsuit with prejudice, speaks volumes to me. No, to voluntarily dismiss something with prejudice, that means that those claims that Tony Busby alleged on behalf of that plaintiff can never be brought again, never. And so what that means to me is that clearly there was something very, very wrong with the claims, and then that means to me that I'm going to have a hard time crediting Busby with other things, because it's if you didn't vet your plaintiffs well enough when you know they're going to be under crazy scrutiny. So check one box for the win for Jay-Z and Diddy.
Society's views on predators and victims are evolving, and this could have serious consequences for Diddy's case. Rock Nation released a statement calling the dismissal a win, saying the allegations were frivolous, fictitious, and appalling. Jay-Z's lawyer Alex Spiro didn't hold back either. By standing up in the face of these false accusations, Jay has done what few could. He pushed back, never settled, never paid a dime. He won and cleared his name. That's pretty powerful statement and a rare win in cases like this. But then there is the issue of the accuser's credibility. In a December interview, Jane Doe admitted that some of the facts were unclear and said, "I've made some mistakes. I may have made some mistakes identifying who." Hold up, how do you confuse someone like Jay-Z? I'm not trying to discredit anyone's trauma, but that's pretty big a slip. This statement alone raises some serious red flags and makes you question the whole case. Even Jane Doe's dad doesn't remember picking her up from New York City that night, which is pretty huge detail considering how far away it is. And while I'm not saying she isn't a victim, this whole thing definitely puts a shadow on other accusers who have stronger evidence. Let's not forget about the Cassie video and other allegations against Diddy. All these inconsistencies just add fuel to the fire and make it harder to find out the truth. Public reaction has been intense. One comment says, "Tony Busby opened that 800 line and walked right into his own trap with lies and money grabs. This law firm should have to pay back the money taxpayers spent on this bogus case." Another person wrote, "Tony Busby's got a lot to answer for. This young woman lived in Rochester, New York, and her dad said on TV he doesn't remember picking her up in New York City. That's a major red flag and you can't just ignore it." And then there's the question of a possible payoff. If Jay-Z doesn't file a defamation lawsuit, people are going to assume he paid to make this all go away. We don't have proof of that, but it's a theory that's out there, and the lack of clarity around it just makes everything look more suspicious. But Jay-Z isn't done with Tony Busby just yet. He's going after him for revenge, claiming Busby's being trying to extort him. Jay-Z says Busby sent demand letters in November 2024 from two accusers, the no-dismiss Jane Doe and a John Doe, who claimed Jay-Z harmed him at a 2015 Beverly Hills party. Jay-Z called both allegations false and ridiculous and described the letters as a straight-up blackmail. Jay-Z even accused Busby of filing the lawsuit right before Blue Ivy's Hollywood premiere for The Lion King, hoping to overshadow the positive press with a scandal. Even with the risk of negative headlines, Jay-Z showed up for his daughter, and that says a lot about his priorities and character. Back in November, Jay-Z filed a lawsuit against Tony Busby for extortion. Now, Jay-Z is fighting to keep that case going and clear his name once and for all. He says these allegations have put his reputation, career, family, and everything else worked for on the line. And even though Jane Doe has dropped her suit, Busby isn't backing off. I should say this battle is far from over and there is plenty of mess on both sides. But one thing's for sure, we're keeping you updated every step of the way. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more celebrity deep dives, and see you in the next one.